But you can feel free to start. I'll just join in.
That's good because we've already started.
There we go.
You do what you need to. Friends, welcome to the 5th episode of Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader Tide of Iron. I'm APGamingREAL. I'm tired after my vacation. I fucked around and I found out yesterday that 10 hours of working immediately after coming back from vacation is a terrible plan. You know, I learned a lot on my vacation, but one of the things I learned was that screaming into the void during my intros accomplishes literally nothing and it only hurts me, so I don't want to share most of what happened. I do, however, want to congratulate one of our cast members here today. They will be graduating, because it's the 5th episode, from intern to full-time cast member. Congratulations, you are the first graduate of the Simp to Stream program, which, you know, with the way that Solaris Knights is skyrocketing right now, who knows, Simp to Stream could be. So I just want to congratulate Big Simp on behalf of all of us here, Grimdark Simp, Simply, and Pond of the Simp.
Is it the end of the 5th episode or the start of the 5th episode? Like, do you have to do complete 4 and then you're good, or complete 5 and then you're good?
It's 1 month of if you can behave, okay. And this is 5 weeks is. So
the trick is to behave for that month, and then you just go let loose yourself after it.
Yeah, well, I mean, isn't that how job interviews work? You know, you wear a suit the whole time, then you show up in a casual t-shirt.
For those of you that haven't watched like Arthur's shows for a long time, I was nice to Arthur when I first joined his channel.
You're still nice to me. Don't try to lie to people.
I don't
you get the good singers in. Don't deny it.
The whole standing on top of the SRM carrier the first episode you're on.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that was
pretty brutal.
I'll tell you, James, I posted about it in general chat, but
I saw it.
I've been wanting to go back and rewatch the end of A Time of Total Warfare because I don't remember half of it. I was so tired that night. I was fucking exhausted. And I was like, all right, well, James probably made a bunch of really good points of stuff I should write down. You know, based on what Cotton said, I decided to completely rewrite the way that we're doing food dungeons, so maybe there's some more nuggets of truth. And just listening to James and then Rad, immediately I was like, oh, I'm so tired. Look at my face on camera. I'm exhausted. I'm so red-faced. The circles under my eyes. I feel like that right now. Oh. Look, I forced James away. All right. Big Simp, do your intro.
Yeah, hey, man, I'm just, I'm glad to be here. Glad to be promoted, I guess, to not intern. Yeah, so I was playing the Dune board game last night with a group of friends.
Doing your Atreides bullshit.
Yeah, man.
Did that betrayal work out?
What betrayal? There's no betrayal here. It hasn't happened yet.
You told me it was the next card.
Well, yeah, but then nobody else broke their alliances.
Oh, that weak.
So me and Harkonnen are in it for the long run.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been a ton of fun, and one of the players live tweets it all and is hilarious. You can find that tweet thread over at Calling It Like I See It. It's pretty good. It's very funny. Yeah, that was the highlight of my week, was my Dune board game last night. So looking forward to the next wave of the Solaris Knights tests. Like, I've been really enjoying it. Like, I love the commercials. They're great. I'm glad to see. Yeah, I know, but they're so good though. Yeah, I was surprised that I did so well.
I was where I expected to be. Everybody was like, "Well, you're a little more most popular. Well, the more well-known amongst the people.
You don't need it, man."
I'll tell you, the voting in the first 3 days and the voting in the last 3 days was a complete fucking reversal.
Yeah.
Like, in the first 3 days, it was like Pondo and Glimo are at the top. And in the last 3 days, it was like Pondo and Glimo plummet to the bottom as everyone gets their votes in at the last second. I don't understand.
We've got some opinionated fan base, man.
It's the latecomers. They're the ones that put you in the coffin.
I got busy and didn't get a chance to vote, but listening to the results, my votes wouldn't have changed anything because I was pretty much on the majority train.
Okay. Did you fill out one of the? Did you fill out the form?
No. I've been avoiding the channel until I can have a chance to read it fully, and I left it too late.
Ooh, wow, that's just gonna take a while. We definitely don't join Gladiator chat at any point. That'll take you years to get through at this point.
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening. Been a lot of talk going on.
It's my other new BattleTech show. It's
I got last place, which is where I'm home.
Apparently
nowhere to go but up.
Yeah. Apparently, it's gonna be one of those things where, like, if you don't actively read or participate, you'll have no idea what they're talking about.
That sounds correct.
If you like me, it's kind of like, you know, think of how you feel when any other popular fandom you don't understand.
Yeah, this is how I feel when you talk about Persona 3.
You can always get the Spark Notes. All right, someone will give you the Spark Notes.
Persona 3 is a.
You know, in anime, there are some characters that hold up signs regularly, like with what they're. I mean,
I'm Wiley Coyote for sure.
Can you get like I don't get it sign? Just hold up when we're talking about things you don't get, so the audience knows.
Oh, absolutely. I got some fucking stories to tell if you want to get into that shit, but I won't. Because I know Arthur doesn't like it when I talk about my work. So
yeah, I'm ambivalent. Listen, nothing is ever gonna match the LexiTale days of intros that were a little bit more explicit than what you weren't there, Henley. You weren't there for the age of the Not Safe for Work channel. All right, I knew that if I just let them run rampant, they would burn themselves out, and I would never have to hear about that shit again. And I haven't. Not a single fucking comment. It's been almost 2 years, and not a single person has asked for it to come back. They just needed They're like tiny velociraptor dinosaurs. They needed to run rampant before they got back in their cage, and we trained them to become super killers.
They actually moved to a seperate Discord so you can't moderate it. It's like this.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because they've done that before. Because of my iron-fisted moderation, Pondo has kicked almost more people off of my server than I have.
I've one person on accident.
And I couldn't get them back on the server because we didn't share any other Discord servers. So I had to wait until they showed up in chat to be like, hey, sorry, Pondo kicked you by accident.
I remember that.
The one thing I never understand is how smartphones do the butt dial. It seems physically impossible. They still manage it.
Yeah, like they get they somehow from your butt they get your fingerprint scan, they get your eye scan.
Pondo,
I don't have that.
And deletes a guy. Oh, yeah.
Pondo, you never realize how close the T and G keys are on the keyboard until you sign every email with regards.
I got nothing for that.
All right, Big Step, what else do you have?
That's pretty much it, man. I'm just waiting on the next Squadrons update so I can start flying a B-Wing.
That just happened, right?
Did it?
3.0?
Is it released?
I don't know. I'm open. Update release 3.0. Upcoming in.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yeah. Looking forward to flying the B-Wing and getting blown up by all the Imperial pilots flying the TIE Defender, man.
No, you'll be blown up by Imperial pilots flying the bomber.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see, dude. The TIE Defender is.
I don't know. I'm gonna stick with rotary cannon build. It worked for me so incredibly well.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm waiting for
pretty much it for me.
The stealth TIE from Rebel Assault.
Oh wow! That's not a thing in this game yet, but you can get a stealth system for a couple of different ships. That's incredibly annoying.
Oh, that's a good segue.
Oh no! See, I was thinking about it, but I thought it was too mean. I even hummed over it. No, just go, Dave. Just go. I'm not going to do this segue. It's.
Well, I mean, did anyone pick up anything cool in the sales happening on Steam?
No, I spent over 10 hours of my vacation attempting to get the fucking PlayStation 5. I can't fight these bots, man. and I don't have 12 hours of my life to camp out at a GameStop for Black Friday.
Yeah, I mean, just don't bother about it, dude. It's not the end of the world, really.
It's not the end of the world, but it's a thing that I want, Dave. It's a thing that I want.
Then either nut up and buy from a scalper or just wait.
No, I will wait. I'll wait for my... No, I'm not even waiting. It looks like I'm standing still. I'm lying in wait. I'm going to ambush a PlayStation 5 at a critical juncture in time and space.
All right. Okay.
It's going to be like some fucking Shadows of War, Mordor shit. I'm going to wait till it goes past me and stab it in the back.
And then PlayStation 5 is have a conversation with you.
Yeah. It will win the knife fight with me, become a nemesis, and move up in the rankings to a PlayStation 6.
Yeah. Where it's immune to all forms of damage and ambushes and throwing knives. With the only thing that it's able to do damage with is a shield parry. But you don't like using shields, and you're like, motherfucker, this game.
You sound like you've played Shadows of War before.
my favorite moment of Shadows of War was I've ran across this big like troll that the only thing he would do is like he didn't talk, didn't say, like just screamed in a high pitched voice. So I had to recruit him. Like I had to have that in my army. It was just the most awful thing ever.
Video games that are just systems don't really do much for me. So I got real bored of that game pretty quickly, to be honest with you. Well, yeah, I was just gonna has anyone played Hades? Because like I'm eyeing that fucking game like real hard.
I have it, but I haven't started playing it yet. But I've seen all of the positive reviews, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to start playing it soon.
I don't know. I feel like it's like Undertale. It'll never live up to the hype.
It's a roguelike, though. I don't see how it's like Undertale.
Undertale is a game that can never live up to the hype.
I mean, Undertale was okay. It's made by one dude.
There are some people that believe that Undertale is the greatest game that's ever been released.
I mean, it may have not lived up to your hype, but I'm pretty sure...
I've never played it.
Oh, well, then what are you talking about?
I see these like memes and these videos, and they're like, look at this. You dance and you genocide, and it changes the game directory, and I'm just like, oof, this sounds complicated. Never mind.
It's not very complicated. It's quite short, and you should just fucking play it so that you can understand the stuff.
That's a really great game. I can't deny it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's happening, Chad. I literally just talked about this phenomenon, and it's happening right in front of your eyes.
I mean, you brought it upon yourself.
People are right or dying for Undertale live in front of your face.
No, hang on. Is the phenomenon Arthur speaks about crap he doesn't understand, and then people offer a concise rebuttal, and then Arthur says, "No, you're a simp. It doesn't mean anything." Is that what the phenomenon you're talking about?
That doesn't sound like me. I wouldn't say no. You're a simp.
I mean, you did.
Arthur puts the pussy on a pedestal. Diagram A.
What the fuck? This is your intro.
Cat people. He meets cat.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm getting close to doing a full release for my game on Steam. Crunch. And when I mean crunch, I mean like it's me just working ungodly hours. There's not a lot of crunch for the developers here, but for me personally, there is. Yeah, I'm also in making other games at the same time, and it's just like I'm all over the place. You know, that's how we roll. So I don't know. Christmas is going to be a strange one this year for sure. Absolutely. But I think I'm all settled. I think I'm locked in. You know, we started putting together a Christmas tree today, and have you guys ever had someone designing a Christmas tree be like, "No, strip it bare. We're doing it again. It doesn't look right." Yes. Have you ever had anything like that? Oh my
no.
God. Okay, I love my wife, but fucking goddamn fairy lights on a Christmas tree. There's only so many ways it could go on.
Like, every year we have the same conversation. My wife says, "Hey, we should let the kids help decorate the tree this year," and I'm like, "No, we won't be doing that."
No.
They can stand back and appreciate it.
If you want the garbage look of your Christmas tree, yeah, that's why it's kind of like my wife is like, "Oh, how do you think it should look?" It's like, my opinion doesn't matter. My opinion does not matter. Let us just.
I'm the kind of guy who would buy the Christmas trees that has the lights already attached.
I mean, we got a really nice fake Christmas tree, right? Like a really, really nice one. But the wife likes to spruce it up with all the lights and stuff like that. But if she's like, I just know if she's not happy with the way that it looks now, she's not going to be happy with it when it's completely done. And then I'll have 2 months, 1.5 months of her just being like, "I don't like this Christmas tree," just under her breath all the time. I was like, "Oh, I mean, I guess I'll change it for you then. I'll rip everything down and let you build it up again." Yeah, well, I mean,
it's the process that's enjoyable, not the end result.
Are you fucking kidding me? Have you ever made a Christmas? No, it is not enjoyable to decorate a Christmas tree. No one's ever enjoyed decorating a Christmas tree, except for people who live for Christmas and that is their only thing, right? Sure. Like, putting together a Christmas tree is fucking insane. And when we used to cut down trees, it was even fucking worse. It would be like, "Oh, let me just go cut down this actual tree, drag it back to the house, put it in the house, and then pick up all the pine needles, fuck that shit. No, absolutely not.
You've just described my every Christmas.
Yeah, right.
Going and cutting down a tree, bringing it back to the house.
But it's tradition. It's like, yeah, but everyone fucking does it. Like, just, I don't know, like, if it was my rule, I'd get like a tree this big. No shit, it'd be this big. I'd put it like in the fucking corner, and that would be that, That would be that. Nothing. No harm, no foul. It is what it is. Like I sometimes I wish I could go back and do Australian Christmas, because Polish Christmas is like very traditional, very much like you must eat these exact things, and they have to be made this exact way every single time. And it's like, okay. I mean, it's not even that good tasting, but Give me the Australian Christmas, where it's basically just like glazed ham and fucking prawns and rotisserie chickens and salads up to the fucking wazoo. Just give me that shit. That's what I want. But that's never gonna happen in Poland. Is it like that for you, James, for Christmas? Are you like a big smorgasbord family, or like what's the deal there?
My wife is very much traditional Australian Christmas. My family's like, I mean, I don't get the holiday of having hot food when it's 40 degrees Celsius outside. But my wife likes to have the full cooked ham and potato salad, all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my kids could eat like bread rolls, and that's it.
Yep. Well, I mean, my family in Australia is like 80 people, so ours is very much like a invite everyone to the farmstead and then let everyone just like gorge themselves on this thing. Everyone brings like 2 dishes, and that's pretty much the event, the pigsty. I don't know.
Are you pro or anti Christmas, Arthur?
Grim Dark James, I'm so glad you asked.
Have you heard of the Bone Zone? I'm pro Christmas if it's the Bone Zone.
You need to understand, James. I believe in Christmas, even though every statistic says that Christmas is harmful to the mental health of literally everyone. Even though Christmas places unreasonable demands on people. Although historically, Christmas has done some cool shit, like back during the Great Depression, where they started teaching kids that they needed to set out cookies in order to be kind to people. That's a pretty cool upgrade. Christmas has increasingly been taken over by corporate whateverism. But you know what? It makes some people happy. A statistically small number of people are happy, and everybody else wants to be cultish about it. But my beef with Christmas comes because it's creeping. Some people talk about creeping Sharia. Other people talk about creeping kudzu. I talk about creeping motherfucking Christmas. We know 12 days to Christmas. It has been outlined in the ancient scriptures. They have songs about it. There's 12 fucking days to this holiday, so you don't celebrate it before Halloween. It's crazy. You can maybe start listening to Christmas music after American Thanksgiving. But you know what? It doesn't really start until December 12th, all right? So you get your fucking 12 days, then you get your Christmas.
You know that traditionally the first day of Christmas of the 12 days is Christmas Day, and the 12 days extend from Christmas Day beyond in tradition. That's where the 12-day Christmas comes from. I have no
idea what you're talking about now. This is too deep. This lore is too deep for me, James. All I'm saying is that Christmas shouldn't be celebrated for like 2 months. It's one fucking day holiday. You get Christmas Eve. That's 2 days. That's all you need. You don't need a whole fucking 2 months. You don't celebrate Christmas before Thanksgiving. That's crazy. But you know what? I agreed to not do this rant and go to war with Christmas this year because it's been a tough fucking year and people need to be happy and celebrate whatever they want. So you're not going to hear me doing this on Discord, and I'm not going to keep doing this rant. I'll be here next year, 2021 Christmas. I'm gonna fucking slaughter you. I'll be the Grim Reaper of Christmases. So I'm so glad you asked, Grimdark James.
I'll tell you a story. Actually, this is a good one. When I first came to Poland, I was living in America, right? I was living in San Francisco. Literally in America. Exactly, right? So it was that peak fucking Christmas period. Like, I went to Poland to check out my new digs like December 22nd, right? That's when I went there for like a day or two. And then I went there and I was like, oh, finally, I'm away from all that Christmas bullshit. Good God. I could not get away from Michael Bublé the entire fucking time that I was in Poland. Like, I thought I would be exempt from that shit over here. Like, no.
Well, I was going to say, I want from next week onwards in this game, I wanted a weekly check-in with how we're all doing against Whamageddon.
Whamageddon?
What?
You're not familiar with Whamageddon?
I'm still safe from
Okay. Well, it starts December 1st. So you have to get from December 1st to December 25th without hearing Wham's Last Christmas.
Yeah.
What if I want to listen to Wham's Take Me the because I fucking love that song.
Yeah, that's fine. You can listen to that. Just don't get whammed by Last Christmas. I Gave You My Heart.
Okay.
Oh no, that's impossible.
That's impossible. I feel like I could arrange to troll.
Yeah, well,
so I mean, make this happen.
The rules of Whamageddon don't prohibit you from attacking other people, whammed. But it's not in the spirit of the game to try and knock other people out. And we can all win together, Arthur. It's not a competition against each other.
But I always feel better when I'm the last one standing.
Arthur's
I would rather lose and drag everyone down with me.
Arthur's going to be the guy in the zombie apocalypse movie who shoots his friends in the legs.
Hey, I want to be really clear. I think we all know there are way more people that would fucking hide their bites than was previously expected. And I think we also know that people are so dumb that now when I watch horror movies and they're like, don't go to the basement alone, only an idiot would do that. This is so unrealistic. I'm just going to be like, man, probably like 3 people are going to go to the basement one by one. I played Among Us. I know how this works.
Yeah,
they'll
exactly.
be like, oh, there's a dead body down there. Maybe I should get closer.
Yeah, I should go investigate. What color is it?
I better not scream or make any noise. I better just get a little closer.
Yeah.
I was literally about to say, Arthur's the type of guy to hide his fucking zombie bite. Like 100%.
What? Dave, that is, listen, you said insulting things to me before, but that is the most insulting one.
Arthur, you're the guy from the tower, the latest Dawn of the Dead movie, the one where they have the tower. You're that guy that's just like sitting there about to die, and he's like, I wonder what being a zombie will be like. Fuck it, let's do it.
Wow.
You're that guy. 100%.
Got anything else, Dave?
Nah, mate. I'm good. Thanks for playing, everyone.
All right, James.
Good night.
Hello, welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been here last time, so I feel like I've, as you said, Arthur, we haven't chatted in a while because I've been pretty absent on Discord as well. Just been pretty busy. Last weekend, actually, I decided to show my son how to play Warhammer, and we played Saturday, and he wanted to play again Sunday, and then every day this week when I picked him up from school, he's like, "Can we play Warhammer this afternoon?" Because Games Workshop have this, or Warhammer have this thing where they give out these Crusader cards to kids in store. Like if they get one for it's their birthday, one for playing their first game, one for paying their first model, one for recruiting a friend. And so he's like, achievement unlocked. I want to get all these cards. So we've been furiously setting him up to to build and paint miniatures this week. I bought a new car this week as well, so that was very exciting.
Nice.
But I have to wait 4.5 months for it to arrive, unfortunately, because of delays in production because of COVID. And yeah, just treading water, waiting for Cyberpunk to come out. Although I have seen that there's someone referred me to this Immortals Phoenix Rising game, which comes out on the 3rd of December.
That looks like hot garbage.
Is that the like XCOM kind of looking game?
No, that's the Breath of the Wild Ubisoft game using the Assassin's Creed franchise or something like that.
No, it's just ancient. It's like gods and monsters in ancient Greece, basically.
Oh, it's gonna have Assassin's Creed in there. It's gonna have something in there. Oh, here's Ezio, Auditore, the friends. He gives you requests.
I finished the campaign of Call of Duty Cold War, and then uninstalled it because I don't play the multiplayer version. But that's been it for my sort of. Look, I enjoyed it. It's probably out of all the Call of Duty Black Ops games, where I quite like, obviously, like the fact that they're set in prior times. The first and that one and the fourth one I've quite enjoyed. I really hated the second, but yeah, I really enjoyed the first, and this one I've really enjoyed as well. In the 80s, of course, I grew up in the 80s, so
sure.
Seeing that sort of stuff is nostalgic, and the music is very nostalgic. So I enjoyed it. They do some cool stuff with.
I think I'm the weird one. I actually enjoyed the second one just because I like what they did with the story.
I'm sorry, what game are we talking about? I blanked for like a couple seconds.
The Call of Duty Black Ops series.
So
third one I didn't care for.
Yeah, where Alex Mason is the main character of the first one, and then I think the second one is the second one, isn't it? Where you have like the
second one
back
is
and forth
son.
with the future and the future and the past. Yeah.
So
I can't remember any of those games, to be completely honest with you.
Second one, you play mainly as Alex Mason's son, and sometimes you switch to
the numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
You switch back to post Black Ops timeline, where you'll play as Alex Mason like once, and then the rest you play as Woods, because Woods is the I would say the Captain Price equivalent for Treyarch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare.
Yeah. Or
that's the one with the
with the original Call of Duty. Captain Price was the original Call of Duty, which was based in World War II. Then got shot.
Is he really?
No.
Yeah.
Number 4 brings in number 4 brings in Imran Zakhaev, so it does unite the Modern Warfare and
yeah. I don't know how to feel about that. I saw that.
Yeah. But just with the second one, I just hated those strategic missions that you had to do, and if you didn't do them, you basically got the worst ending at the end of the game. So,
maybe you mean the ones, but they're the ones that you have to like. If I remember correctly, there was some missions, like weird missions, where you had to like do like. Was it like top down
strategic control? Yeah,
or something like that.
It was easy just to grab control of one soldier, him go and save everything, just like you do in the regular part of the campaign.
Ramirez do everything.
Defend that Burger Town.
defend Burger Town. Yeah.
And of course, Burger Town makes an appearance in COD 4 as well, in Black Ops 4 as well. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm interested in is the zombies and maybe like the battle royale version of it. To be honest with you,
I feel like talking about Call of Duty on Arthur's channel though is kind of like talking about BattleTech in front of Dave. I don't get the impression that AP is a big Call of Duty player.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I don't think so.
Listen,
so.
it's just like Dave talking about Persona. I don't stop you guys.
Okay, where is this meme coming from? I've talked about Persona like 3 times.
Yes, but when you did, it was literally like a full fucking hour. And I just don't like Persona. I hate it. And I hate the kid shooting himself in the head with a gun constantly. I think it sets a really terrible, stupid fucking precedent for gun handling. And I don't know that there's anything Persona can ever do to recover in their eyes. In my eyes, for that incident. Like
it's literally the most anime thing in the entire world.
It's
like
you know what's really anime? Safe gun handling, okay?
Oh, fuck off, Captain America. Fuck off. You're the only country in the world that has that fucking problem. Good God.
Yes, I agree with you. And we have that problem because people don't safely handle guns.
And you're trying to push that shit on a Japanese developer. Bravo.
Living in Australia, I have been the range safety officer on a range where somebody shot themselves in the leg at one point. So in Australia.
See? This guy knows what I'm talking about. Persona will never recover from me for that. They could be the greatest game franchise in the world, which they're not, but they could be, and I still wouldn't like them. As we all know, Kingdom Hearts is the greatest game can't even get throughout the sentence. You got anything else, James?
No. Let's play some Rogue Trader.
We didn't do Pondo yet.
Oh, sorry. Did we? I walked away for a while to get my meal. I thought Pondo might have been one of his really short intros.
No, we'll jump over. Who knows? Pondo could surprise us. Pondo, what do you got? Surprise us.
I recently got a airbrush that finally came in. It's just like a kind of mid-range one. So I got that. I got the setup for it to plug into my air compressor. I've yet to use it yet because I hadn't had time yet.
Gravity feed airbrush or
gravity feed? Yeah. I'd rather have control of the pressure than do the. I don't remember what the other one's called.
I just call them suction. But man,
is it suction feed?
Because they draw up from the paint pop.
Yeah, I thought it blows air into it and it pushes it out.
Okay.
No, I got gravity feed. It's just like a Iwata Neo, Neo, which is like I would say probably their beginner airbrush, which is all I need. It's all one use for it for the moment. And I thought that if I ever want to try to go finer, I'll just get the finer tip or finer needle. I haven't done much other than it's been Thanksgiving. That's about it.
Do you have Brussels sprouts at your Thanksgiving table?
We did not. I don't have Brussels sprouts though.
I will say this: I had Brussels I had the most American Thanksgiving event happen to me when I was living in America. Me and my former colleague and boss went to some random guy's house, like literally some fucking dude we've never met before, and he's like, "Oh, come have Thanksgiving dinner with me and my girlfriend." I'm like, "Okay, that sounds very American. Let's go do that." And they did something to Brussels sprouts that made them actually tasty. I don't know what the fuck they did, but I think it was literally cooked them in bacon grease, but like I could be wrong. But you know,
how they're cooked Brussels sprouts are actually delicious. Like there's a lot of people don't like them, but it's pretty simple to
but that's like saying anything. Like you could probably cook shit in a way that would make it taste delicious to a degree.
You throw enough butter and sugar on something, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. And I also heard that if you prepare it Brussels sprout, anyway, fuck it, I don't know why we're talking about this shit. But actually, James, I had a question for you. You got an Oculus Quest, yeah? The Quest 2?
I've ordered, hasn't arrived yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I will delay that question.
I will say though, I got 3 happy Thanksgiving messages from American friends on Thanksgiving. So come January 26th, you guys are all getting Happy Australia Day messages from me.
I appreciate
that's the thing now. We send messages about national holidays to people internationally.
Who made this a thing? It's
Wait, didn't we change the fucking day for that? Like, when people getting annoyed that it was like on the day and then
They're still annoyed. Still the same day.
Oh, that was so dumb. Yeah.
Sorry, Pondo, please continue.
no, I got nothing else. I got an airbrush. I've just run into the problem where I want to get all matching helmets for the Space Marines. Because I'm like one of the weird people who doesn't like the helmetless Space Marines because it doesn't make sense to me. That's all I got.
Can a Space Marine have hair?
Yeah.
There's even a model that has hair. It's more in a form of a mohawk, but yeah.
I never.
Wait, how the fuck does that work?
I mean that not every part of their head has like the little cybernetic thing implants.
See, I just
No, I'm saying like, how do you have a helmet and a mohawk?
It's not like a serious mohawk. It's just kind of.
They got the head in the middle rather than it's not high.
Like,
it's just regular. It's just crew cut on the outside.
It's military. Okay, yeah, military. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, can you like, has there ever been like a Space Marine with an afro?
I don't think so.
Like he takes his helmet off
and it's just.
That'd be hilarious.
I mean, none of the minis have helmet hair though, so I mean, they must have some sort of genetic ability to make their hair always remain perfect when they take the helmet off.
Well, then why did Horus get
that is
male
my new
pattern
character?
baldness?
Dawn is retired now. Afro Space Marine. This guy.
I got to quickly say, AP, that this week on the Facebook Imperium of Man page, somebody asked the question: is there such thing as a Dungeons and Dragons version of Warhammer 40K? And of course, people jumped in with, there's the Rogue Trader and Dark Heresy and Wrath and Glory. And I posted, hey, we run this game on Saturdays 8 p.m. Eastern on Twitch and find the shows later on YouTube. So a number of people like that. So maybe we might get a few new people checking it out.
We did get a comment saying something along those lines.
Yeah, so welcome if you hear from the Imperium of Man Facebook page.
Yeah, well, thanks, James. Thanks for simping. That does explain the surge. Was it like 4 or 5 days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that explains the surge on that particular day. Pondo, you got anything else?
Nope, I don't.
All right, well,
I'm
someone
ready
is
to play.
trying to text message me, but I'm going to ignore them. James, take us to the chorus.
All right, welcome back to Rogue Trader Tie Divine, episode 5, The Oath. Previously, a communication reaches the Hand of Calixis that a Chaos fleet has indeed interdicted the Maw. The group meets with Admiral Samarasi and General Olmaka to negotiate the transportation of a Stormlord super heavy tank. We watch as one of the House Cowles landers flies down the Maw of an obsidian serpent rising from the surface of the moon of Scintilla. The group meets with Lord Inquisitor Anton Zerb within the Bastion Serpentis. And finally, a deal is struck for Pierre Cowles to act as an agent of the Inquisition. Thought for the day: the end always justifies the means. So, I believe...
Oh, wow. Could the Imperium chill out for a second? Jesus.
You've got to read the pages on Lexicanum of the various sorts of the day. A lot of them are pretty intense.
Mm-hmm.
When you think of the universe, yeah. It's very unnecessarily intense sometimes.
So I believe that you had left the Bastion. You were in the Scintilla system, about to head to the Lathes in order to try and collect the Tie Divine.
Yeah, we were going to travel to Heal, I think.
Yes.
Het.
First, do some acquisition rolls before we forget.
Okay.
I'm trying to take advantage of that when we can.
Scintilla is a big world, so yeah.
Have we gotten the photo visors yet? Did we get those last time? I don't remember.
Shoot, I don't remember. I think we did, because they're actually fairly easy to get here.
I remember you got
45 billion.
I remember you did get them. I think you actually no. I think you might have failed literally every one of the.
I think I tried twice. No, I got.
No,
I know I got the. I got the light power armor for
Yeah, for me.
yeah, for Spoon essentially, and then I know I got the goggles, so that way we can all not get flashed and blinded by the
That's
conversion
right.
field.
That's right. Yep.
I failed
It's all
trying to
coming back
get.
to me now.
I failed trying to get the light carapace armor for me and the refractor field. Yeah, that's what I failed. So I actually want to try to get the refractor field. Actually, might as well try to get refractor field. Best quality, which I think is
we haven't talked about it, but we are missing something that we acquired last episode.
What are we missing?
Falchion class warship Gilded
Gilded
Throne.
Throne. They said they would contact you once they'd had it, once they'd organized it.
Yeah.
So
They sure are taking a while for something we need.
We just asked them to do it, so it's kind of.
It's the Inquisition. What are they? You just show up and be like, "Hey, we're the Inquisition. This ship belongs to us now." What do they need? Like fill out some paperwork first?
I don't know. Maybe. What was I saying? Yes, I want to get a refractor field for me, so that way I'm less likely to die. Actually, Spoon, do you have a refractor field or anything?
I do not. I do not.
Hey, I thought you did.
I have no. I just have the best quality enforcer carapace.
Yeah, I got him that. Okay. What is a refractor field? Very rare. I don't remember.
let's have a look. Well, you guys entertain
Wait,
each
can
other.
you get animals in this game? Is that a thing?
So
Like a pet?
you can certainly get animals. Most there are domestic animals. It's a more sort of show of the upper class would be to have cybernetically enhanced animals. Things like cyber eagles, that actually have a higher level of
So
intellect.
very rare for a refractor field.
So -20.
Yeah, so -20. But
Plus 20 if you want up to 5 of them.
yeah, so we'll get 5 of them because why not?
Yeah. What quality?
Best.
Okay, that's another -30, so it brings it down to -30.
You're crazy.
Well, okay, good. So it'd be -10. How about that?
Good -10, yeah, that's right. So you're at a total of -10.
Just means it'll fail on a 5 and under, right?
That's
Or-
correct, yes.
It'll die on a 5 under, but at that point we got like a few spares, I suppose. So I'll go and roll for the thing. Hopefully I don't roll as bad as I did before. So 10 for Renowned Trader, Renowned Warrant, 10 for Pure Mercantile.
Yep.
Okay, and then 10 for the Kaiki Lens Array, so +30.
Okay, so it's at 16. So you're currently at 26 plus 16 is 42.
Okay, I like those odds. Those are much better than last week. 142.
Hey, there you go. 5 good quality refractive fields coming your way. What format do you want them to take?
That's a good question.
Aviators.
The most common type of refractive field is built into a gorget.
That's
Gorget.
neck armor for the folks at home.
Yeah.
I blanked on that completely.
Like
Okay,
if you
yeah,
were next
You
up,
might know it as a gorget if you're not of the French persuasion.
All right.
In fact, I believe the picture of Pierre Cowles that was done actually is wearing a gorget as well.
I think so, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do them all in that sort of style.
Okay. Nice. Ostentatious. I like it.
And it'll be ready in 1d10 days.
Looks good with the cravat
Obviously
added over the
with
top.
8 days.
The Cowles family crest on top.
Yep.
So are we going to stick around for 8 days so that all of our stuff will arrive? before we go?
Let me try to get some best quality carapace.
The key point is: are we leaving immediately? Or are we waiting for the goods?
I mean, we could leave immediately.
Okay.
It's just my safety online. So no, I'm not too worried about it.
I mean, not much
so
you've got on right now is time dependent. So,
yeah.
although if you stay, Nero will start talking about shore leave again.
Yeah.
Oh
that's why I need to
I've
leave
got
immediately.
I've got my shore leave speech planned.
Yeah, he got I made him choose for that. So do best quality light carapace armor, which is I'm just wanting 1, so 30 minus 30, so that balances that zeros out there, and then rare for here is.
Why aren't you getting 2 of them? Because of the
Rare is minus 10.
Not for here. It's actually just flat.
Oh, sorry, flat, yes.
Because it's essentially flat roll plus commerce. And
Aren't you getting 1 for spoon as well?
I already got him 1.
Yep.
Wait,
He already
the
has light
refractor?
carapace armor.
Oh wait,
We
okay,
got
you
that
get armor.
the refractor field as well. Okay, so 16 again.
Yep, so it brings it up to 52.
Now I roll high. Or roll low, I should say. Nope,
No.
of course not.
Oh my god.
Try again. Why not? Unless someone else wants something.
That's a good question. I mean, let me put it to this to you, James. Can I have some sort of animal companion that helps me in melee in somehow?
I'd have to, off the top of my head right now, I would have to go through and probably find something for you.
Okay.
So if you want to save an acquisition test for that, I can maybe look it up in the break, and then we can see if we can, apply something there then, some sort of cyber enhanced animal.
Oh, that's up to you, Pondo.
Yeah.
Up to you. I mean, the only reason I say that is because
I'm okay with. I got pretty much. I attempted what I wanted to get and failed, obviously, because it's my luck.
yeah.
So what would be the rarity, James? Or
Well, that's what I got to work out. I'll see what I can find. As options.
There's something
So,
I'd like to grab, Pondo.
okay, what is
If we have an extra spot, do we?
you have 2 acquisitions left.
we have 2?
Okay.
Since we got the no, he's not an intern anymore.
Since we got the newly promoted.
That's right.
He's promoted.
I'm just waiting for you guys to start figure out the mechanic and start just recruiting players for this channel left, right, and center just to get more acquisition rolls.
A Ratobi pattern missile launcher. I need it as a sniper platform.
I thought you were gonna say the double rotating oscillating scope that shoots several laser beams at the same time.
What rarity
the
is it?
Rare.
Rare. So
It's flat here. So you're
does it
looking
need
at
to be good quality or anything?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but I don't need it. I just need it because it's one of the longest range weapons in the game, and it's a missile launcher.
Okay. We'll just do it with common quality.
Yep. So you'd be looking at then +6, so 42% chance.
At rare. It wouldn't be so +30 for only wanting 1, or unless it doesn't count, and it's flat 0, so it'd be.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of the quality. Okay, yeah.
26
So it's actually,
plus 6 is 32, so 62.
yeah. Sorry. Yes.
62. Oh, 9.
9.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Nero
arrives
says that as they walk next to the sniper platforms Emporium.
I mean, it's not really the sniper rifle. It's just it's functionally a better
Longer
sniper rifle
range
than,
than the sniper rifle.
So that arrives in a day.
Ooh, nice.
Spoon, is there anything else that you wanted?
Not that I can think of right now.
Are you saving a roll for Dave to get a pet?
I can save the roll if it.
Yeah,
Save it for the future.
I've got like nothing that I can think of at the moment.
Okay. So if we want to save a roll for a future till you figure out what it is, then
Yeah, I mean, I'll figure it out in the break. We'll do it. We'll still do it this episode. That's fine.
Okay. That works. All right, then we're good.
Yep. It's just something following Dave off camera every single scene that we won't resolve until we actually get past the break. Okay, so
Fix it in post. It's a little RC car that has like the green screen stuff on it.
Oh yeah, it's like when people walked around with the pole with the picture
No.
of Thanos on it from Marvel, from Avengers.
No, it's actually an actor. It's the guy that played Golem, and he's in a green screen suit with little ping pong balls on
Andy
it until we can
Serkis.
replace it.
Amazing.
So while you're doing this shopping, the Vox operator on the ship lets you know that you're getting a communication from the surface of Scintilla.
Okay. I guess patch them through.
Okay. So a face appears on the display. It's a grizzled-looking man, like quite a scarred face, and one of his eyes is clearly like unsighted, like the scar goes through the eye, and it's milky white, but his other eye seems good. Wearing like a high-collared greatcoat, sort of mousy hair. Not someone you recognize anyway. He doesn't look particularly well-to-do, but nor does he look particularly impoverished. He's definitely not, clearly a member of any particular faction of the Imperium in terms of he's not obviously Administratum or Mechanicus, that sort of stuff. Just another, maybe some sort of merchant captain, you might guess.
Okay.
Lord Captain Cowles, I presume.
Yes, and what is your name?
My name
again?
is sorry.
What is your name?
My name is Scalig Eigel. I've heard through rumors that you are looking to make contact with an individual by the name of Selene Morn. That is the Dark Eldar that Dave's character has been reaching out to try and make contact with.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
One moment. Does anyone know, as he turns around, does anyone know looking for a Selene Morn?
I raised my hand in the back.
Okay. He just kind of motions Don to come over.
Mhm.
Yes, I believe I have this lady here that wishes to find them. She's trying to find them for me.
Well, I have contact with this lass, and I wanted to broker a meeting with you where we might discuss some business arrangements by which you can potentially profit from reaching out to Miss Morn.
Go on.
It's not something I'd like to discuss over an open Vox. Potentially, either we could meet on Scintilla, or I could come to you.
How about Scintilla? I have some business down there anyway.
Yeah, very good. Now, look, Lord Captain, I've heard some rumors about your crew. I'd like to make it pretty clear up front that the circles I move in normally aren't exactly legal ones, as you could probably guess by my association with a non-human, so to speak. I'd like to make sure that we are meeting under a banner of truce. I don't want to have to deal with any untoward wherewithal if your crew decides that they don't like my demeanor. It's a business deal, you understand?
Yes,
everybody
I understand.
Comes, everybody goes, everybody makes money.
I'll put my war dog on a leash if that's what you're afraid of.
Nero hasn't been paying attention, but when he hears the word war dog, he pivots and he goes, "You need me, sir?"
Oh, not now.
Understood. Turns back around, he's screaming into a mic that's like, "No, you're loading that gun wrong. Remove the giant ammunition and load it again. I know it'll take 15 minutes."
Very good. I'll send your Vox operator details where we can meet on Scintilla. Hive Sibelius.
Very well.
All right. So shortly after the Vox operator lets you know, they've got details for some dive bar in the mid-hive.
Ah, of course.
What was her name?
Selene
Morn.
Morn was the name of the Dark Eldar.
I thought I wrote that name down, but Selene Morn might know more. Okay, yep.
Lord Captain, are you going to need me on your away mission?
Oh, possibly not. I'll just keep Dawn and Unless you want to come, Nero. I don't want to.
Surprisingly, I have several tasks I need to accomplish.
Oh, okay. Well, very well.
Yeah, we are in the Imperium on a capital world, and the Inquisition is no longer attempting to hunt you. For the first time since we sat down on this very world together, I feel like you are actually relatively safe.
It's also worth pointing out there's no more blockade on your seamen, so maybe Nero can take this opportunity to find you some sort of arrangement in that regard.
No,
I don't want Nero to do any sort of talking for me whatsoever.
I've found several arrangements for him that were rejected. I don't think my talents are needed in this anymore.
Cade steps out of the shadows at the corner of the room. Shall I go to protect the Lord Captain, Lord Commodore?
Wait, who? What? Who? What? Who?
It's Cade. It's my null.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You should go with him and stand an appropriate distance away. Observe everything that happens and forget everything that happens afterwards, Cade. That's the mark of a good bodyguard. And if shit goes down, your job is to cling to the Lord Captain and make sure no warpy shit happens to him.
Or the rest of the crew, of course.
Should get like a Cade backpack where he like folds up and just like
baby Cade.
I mean, look, you say this, but of course you only need his torso and head to be able to have his aura.
Oh Jesus!
Just turn him into a servitor. Then is that what I'm hearing? Just have a bunch of null servitors.
So Nero excuses himself from the bridge and heads off to do some mysterious stuff.
Okay.
Well, Don, do you want to join? Being as this is
yes,
mainly your side quest.
Dawn like looks quizzical at the terminology there. It's like, is this again one of those fourth wall things that you keep mentioning?
We don't speak about the fourth wall.
Uh-huh.
Looks to the camera.
I heard it was a bar.
He says, "Do we?" He says, looking towards the audience.
What do you guys think?
The boom mic comes down into the scene slightly and then like lifts back up. Like
I gotta say though, my wife and I watched the latest episode of Mandalorian yesterday, and she goes, "This is just like a role-playing game, isn't it? Really, the way the guy just keeps going on side quests." Anyway,
she's right though.
Yeah.
Adrian, would you like to join, or do you have other business as well?
I just assumed that I was going to fly you down to the planet, sir.
Oh, okay. Very well. I just meant after you flew us down.
I have no problems accompanying you.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're affluent enough on this planet that your estate has its own landing pad. You don't have to land in the main spaceport with all the other chunks.
Peasants landing pads
with the rest of the plebes.
Those plebes who can afford spaceships.
I guess we get Wally to drive the golf cart since Nero's not here.
of course.
All right, so I mean, Adrian and Dawn have not been to Pierre's estate before, so as you get to sort of fly down, effectively,
I'm just imagining a vineyard as far as the eye can see.
No, so this is a hive city. So hive cities are giant, like multi-kilometer tall towers of civilization. Most of the landscape around is completely blasted wastes. So all of the 25 billion population of this planet live predominantly in 4 hive cities around the world, and they grow up like spires into the clouds, and effectively near the top you have these crenellations, which are individual estates which sort of grow out like mini towers out of the side of the hive, and so you're landing at one of these sort of effectively mansions that protrudes out of the side of the hive. So most people in the middle hive will never see the sun because above them is just more levels of the hive. It's only those that live on the upper levels that actually get to see the sky and the sun, for example. So once you actually get out of Cowles estate, like while the upper hive is a very nice, typical to any sort of noble district you would find in a major city, once you start hitting down hive, the squalor becomes pretty obvious. You know what
they say, shit rolls downhill. So
you do say that.
Yep. you can taste the recycled air. You can smell the human decay. Further down, and you see gangs, you see crimes openly perpetrated in the street, being handled by local magistrates where possible, which are pretty much just head dumpers anyway. You managed to find your way to this nominated bar. So the bar is called the Spent Round.
Do they serve all of their drinks out of empty bolter shell casings?
So there is a drink that you can get in an empty bolter shell case. It's not all their drinks, but that's like their specialty, And of course,
is it like drinking from this thing?
So bolters are a 75 caliber shell, so they're only they're not much bigger than a shot glass still, which is still big for a bullet, to be honest. But effectively they there's a cordite taste to whatever you drink from it as well. So and going inside, this place is a pretty rough looking place. You can see like where tables have been smashed from a previous bar fight that have not yet been replaced. This guy, Scullag, you identify sitting in a booth on his own. Give me +10 awareness rolls.
Hell yeah!
Plus? What
Best
is this?
roll ever. Don't count your chickens yet.
Okay. +10
awareness.
This is.
Fuck! Are you kidding me?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
If I can find
couldn't even see those chickens if you wanted to count them.
Yeah.
I'll spend a fate point to reroll. Wow, I failed too.
No worries.
We're all wearing sunglasses at night right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the photo visor lenses haven't adjusted yet.
Getting recalibrated, essentially.
We've got very slow transition photo caliber lenses. Yeah.
So you identify, Pierre, that's probably about, you would say, between 5 and 10 people in the bar who, although they're not sitting with Scullag, are keeping an eye to the point you'd probably guess that he's got extra muscle here in case something goes wrong.
In case Nero showed
I was
up.
gonna say, in case a real bad bitch shows up and decides to take them all in.
Now, are you stomping in power armor, by the way, or how have you attired yourself for this?
Yeah, that's right. Go through the main streets in power armor, and everyone just fucking disappears.
No, not in power armor.
Yeah, no, I'm just in Enforcer Carapace.
Todd shows up in full sororitas light power armor with a flaming sword.
I'm just constantly gleaming. Just like...
I at minimum have the flak, like the flak vest, essentially.
Yeah, Dawn doesn't think anyone can fucking touch her anyway, so she doesn't roll around in power armor unless it's like, we're going out into space, bitches. Let's go.
All right. So Scullag is sitting at this booth. He has a number of overturned empty shot glasses in front of him, and another one which currently holds some sort of fortified brown liquor. He stands up as he comes and offers you, Lord Captain, please have a seat. Let's talk business.
Sits down.
And he looks to the other two. Who do I have the pleasure of meeting here? Like he's saying Dawn. He's looking at Dawn when he's indicating who he has the pleasure of meeting. He sort of like casts a glance at Adrian's way as well. But
I am Sister Confessor Dawn of the Cleansing Flame of the Hand of Calixis.
Ah, you're a nun. Okay.
No, I'm a sister.
Whatever you say, love. Okay. Sorry, and you?
Lieutenant Thorn, also of the Hand of Calixis.
We say lieutenant here on this world.
He is also not a nun, in case you were wondering.
Can I get you folks a round of drinks?
I think Adrian
what is
for the Lord Captain to answer.
Yeah, I mean, Dawn's just sort of like, maybe.
I mean, if you two want to drink, go right ahead.
No, I think I'll stay sober.
I'll have one of whatever that is, and I'll point to his drink.
All right. He just signals a the bartender and like waves on 3 more, please. Now, Miss Morn reached out to me because she heard that you and your crew were looking to make contact, and she's looking for allies right now. I've sort of signed on with her crew, so to speak, to help her in a little endeavor, and she wants to know whether you're also interested.
Yes, I believe she knows some information that we seek, and we would like to really get in contact with her.
Well, she's back in the Expanse right now, along with the rest of her fleet. They're getting ready for their attack on the Nexus. I'm assuming that you're looking to join out that endeavor, and you're looking for ways to potentially profit from this.
You said the Nexus?
Look, Pondo, I want to be really clear here. Normally, you as the captain over-explain and give away way more information than you need to. But be fucking cool here, man! Be cool!
Nexus. Where was the Nexus again? Remind me.
So, from what you've heard, the Nexus of Shadows, I think it's called, is... You believe a Dark Eldar city or world where this Balon Tailwing is being, Balon Tailwing is being held.
All right, it's been a couple weeks. Need a refresher. Okay, essentially, it's the place that we want to go to rescue him. Got it.
It's where Talon Balewing's being held. The Nexus of Shadows. It's a Drakari city. Something about Zergar Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do I have here? Hang on, I'll try and read what I have. Zagar Cool is the ruler there. And he's like one of the splinter factions of them or something, if I remember correctly. That's about all I remember.
Yeah.
So
what I'll tell you, it was discussed previously, was that this Selene Morn was previously a higher member of this city, like one of the sort of the nobility of the city, but was effectively tossed out in a coup by this other guy, and so she's looking to reclaim her position in the city by eliminating him.
Gotcha. Yes, I think there is some possibility that I can get some, not necessarily artifacts, but some technology that some of my buyers might be interested in.
Yeah. So Selene was wondering, what's your price for joining her little escapade?
Be cool, man. You got 3 ships, technically 2 and maybe a third. Be cool.
The old, what's your rate? Well, what's your budget?
Yeah. I want to remind you that to get there, you have to go through a Chaos Fleet right now, and these people have to know that.
Yeah. What is my help worth to her?
So, unless what you're looking for is information, Morn doesn't exactly carry a lot of hard currency, you know, in a way that the Imperium would really appreciate. But she has some info that could help you turn a real profit here in the Imperium, and could also benefit the Imperium without causing her any undue harm as well. The reason she sent me here is, well, you see, I have a lot of contacts in the port authorities here in Scintilla as well, and rumor has it that your ship has been taking on transport equipment, things to soft goods that you can deposit at the lathes. So I predict that you're actually planning the trip to the lathe worlds, and if that's where you're going, this information of Morn has some real value that you can benefit from. She's hoping I give you this information now, you benefit from it, you help her out, and you excuse the fact you're working with a non-human, and we don't end up coming to blows over this little affair.
So Dawn will, basically about face and lean into the Lord Captain's ear and mention that perhaps if they're doing an assault on this place, that maybe we should negotiate for the right of, I don't know, talking to, holding a prisoner inside of the jail that's there, without mentioning names to him specifically.
You're
Basically,
saying
we
you
need
want
to-
your piece of the pie to be Talon Baywing.
But without
Well, at least
actually saying that we
Yes,
want our piece of the pie to be Talon
There's no.
Baywing.
I don't think there's any way you're going to be able to imply that without someone going, "Oh, you mean Talon Baywing?" I mean, he's
How about
called the
this?
Young King. He's almost certainly the most famous prisoner they have there.
well, it's also true that we might not know who else they're holding there as well. Like, there could potentially be other people. I don't know.
I suppose, but that brings a much wider discussion with if you're like, we'll take one prisoner, and they're like, oh shit, Garzukius, the fucking mind flaying skin wearer, is in the prison. If they get access to him, we're all fucked. I mean, Garzukius is a real motherfucker.
Fabius Biles being held there. What?
How about this? Along with the information, the only other thing I wish to ask for is if after the raid, I get to look at the crop of the prisoners that that place might hold. I am interested in getting sort of non-typical human help. And these people have different mindsets that might be of benefit to my progress.
So, obviously, I don't know Selene's mind, so I'm going off what I know here, you see. But I know that the person that she plans to depose currently sits in the role of Archon. He's like a big boss for the Nexus. And taking them out doesn't necessarily make her the next Archon. It puts her in a good stead. So his stuff becomes her stuff. His slaves become her slaves. I'm sure she's happy to share slaves with you. What I don't know is whether the anyone you might be interested in is not going to be part of her little stable, if you take my meaning.
There will be something that we'll have to discuss on the time of it happening, obviously.
So look, in the same way that I wanted to meet with you on neutral ground and make sure there was no scuffling, Selene simply wanted to make sure that she gives you something, so that when you finally meet her, we're not talking running out the guns and macro batteries at 5,000 yards.
Right.
All right. So was I right? Are you headed to the Lades next, or at some point in the near future before you head back to the Expanse?
Yes, at some point in the near future, yes.
Can I make like a Forbidden Roll Pirates check on this dude?
100% this guy's a pirate.
Okay.
It's like, yes, just
Wow.
you may.
Listen, James, you're playing a dangerous game because I have hatred pirates. And
I know. So does Adrian.
Yeah.
So does Adrian, yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't seen that Adrian flies off the fucking handle like Nero.
Yeah, that's right. 100% this guy's on Nero's bounty list as well. So.
I knew that. That's why I excused myself. But to find out he's also a filthy fucking pirate.
Yeah. Did I mention he's an orc? No, I'm just kidding.
Who worships
And he worships chaos.
All right. He reaches into like a small bag down by his waist and pulls out a bit of folded paper. If you go to the Lades, you reach out to one of the high fabricators. Doesn't matter which one. You run this name by them. They will. They'll put you on a task that will coincide with what you will be doing with Morn. That will also, and I'm sure they'll pay you more than enough to compensate you for your time. In actuality, you'll be doing the job for the Mechanicum, and just happens to be you'll be helping out Morn at the same time. this is the information that she wants to offer as a hand of friendship, so to speak.
Very well.
All right. He also quickly gets another bit of paper and jots down some coordinates. When you are back in the Expanse next time, this is where Morn's fleet is mustering. So you head there. You look for her flagship, which is called the Promise of Agony.
Is it like Fort Suffering?
And sorry, what system is she in?
It's in Dead Space. Like it's in not in a system. They're like basically if I go across to the Koronus map.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Is there a timetable for when her assault begins that we need to be there by?
No, because she's still trying to find allies. So
okay, understood.
It's sort of like towards the western side of the Winter Scales realm, but in deep space.
So it really is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay, that's all my questions.
Yeah.
We do need to talk to our crew about snitching on our missions, though. They're all like, "Ooh, you're going to Het next. You're going to Lathe Worlds," and I'm sitting here like, "Ooh, it's time to kill some crew members, I guess."
So I mean, effectively, what's happening is whenever you're traveling around the Calixis sector, your high factotum is just trying to like buy trade goods that your destination location would want. So,
right.
Yeah.
He needs to understand the name of the words. Be cool.
Yeah, okay.
It's cool, not, as I say, it's not difficult to figure out where a merchant trade ship is going to go based on what they buy.
Yeah, it's not really his
Go
fault.
under the table, my dudes. Under the table. We have our own private landing area. That's all I'm saying. I don't want people tracking us. That's bad for us.
No worries.
I agree, but
I mean, he finishes his drink and gets up to leave, and then shortly after, like other people suddenly start finding excuses to leave, and
he explodes as the bullet that he drank goes off inside of him.
It's like
Kingsman.
There's not nearly enough people to withstand the bolter fire of Nero the Blade.
He's called the Last Word now. Didn't you hear?
Oh, Nero the Blade of the Last Word.
No, it's Nero the Last Word. That's his new trade name.
Don
made it. That's why it's so good. I didn't have to make it up.
Because he always gets the last one.
I don't think that's true, but
you do more often than you think. You usually go last word, then I leave.
All right, so that meeting seems to be done. Presumably at some point later you find yourself back on the ship. Do you discuss this meeting with Nero at all?
Yes.
So what was Nero doing during this time?
Nero is installing an Among Us style emergency button in the captain's antechamber that messages servitors to open a vox to each member of the Inquisitor's warband, or of the Lord Captain's warband, to inform them to come to the bridge.
Okay.
So it's literal. There's like 3 or 4 servitors that's only job for the rest of their lives is to wait for the button to be pressed and then make a phone call.
So I feel like, while you're getting this installed, like you can't install something without testing it. So at some point when you guys are like coming back to the ship, you're getting like every 3 minutes a call saying, "Come to the captain's quarters. Come to the captain's quarters."
I would probably have Ivy let them know ahead of time that this is being tested and not to be alarmed. As it's being worked on, Nero is writing his adventures on Iocanthus and Scintilla for his wife, and having Rigel Kiosk head down to the planet, find a trader who's heading in that direction, and basically like ship that package over to them.
Okay.
There's a lot he can't talk about that has to be censored. But there's plenty of stuff, and he includes some pics.
Do you write everything and then redact it?
No,
Yeah,
no, I don't. No, I don't write this shit. That's gonna get me locked up in an inquisitorial vault. No thanks. Yeah, that's basically what he does. Oh, and he goes and picks up all his equipment from Ivy since he was having her maintain it all.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
But does he write it in the style of the old Civil War love
Yes, he
letters
does
home?
perfectly, and he gets a servitor who sounds exactly like that guy to go with the package to read it. My dearest queen, it has been many days since we last spoke, but I have arranged for this particular apostle to make its way from the front to you.
Here within is the heirs of several enemies that I have slain on my dutiful bounds.
Oh, he
around the
definitely
galaxy.
includes a pic of the crow bracelet that he got. His crow
Oh, yeah.
necklace. Yeah.
Yep.
Check it. How fly is this shit? Awesome, right?
Well, he's just trying because she's never been off world and she doesn't even know that the forces of chaos still exist. So he's just trying to, entertain her with off-world adventures and what the things that her son is going to learn and, just interesting shit that you don't learn on an ice rock where you make glass. Like murder glass, but still, it's just glass. Oh, yeah, so Nero, takes off his cool photovisor glasses when everybody shows up, and he's just like, how was your criminal meeting? Did you do any crime?
Oh, so much crime.
No, but I think we did find your next target.
Yes. Tell me more.
I'll leave that up to the Lord Commodore.
No, Adrian. Tell the class.
Well, this man, Scalig, is
Igel, yes.
Igel
yes.
is not only is he a criminal, but he is a pirate, and he knows several other criminals that might be of interest to you, Nero.
Nero is just like, we're in the Imperium. And yes, I do technically have a bounty hunter's license. I could go murder him. It would probably make life slightly more difficult for the Lord Captain. And we have things to do. I'm going to put him on my list of enemies. And Nero pulls out his actual enemy list and pencils this guy in somewhere in the 500s.
See what people that he knows and give me the reports on them.
That would be a work better for the Master of Whispers.
I'll see what bounties they have and see if they're any worth to us.
I've been attempting to reach out to my old mercenary days. I think that soon I may get back in the business and we might be able to contact bounty hunter information brokers who might be able to tell me more. But I've been out of, the scene for a while. The passcodes don't work anymore.
The scene, passcodes. What are you, some sort of espionage agent?
Lord Captain, you should know that there's a very brisk trade in bounty hunting within the Imperium. It pays.
Is the passcode "the sun is shining, but the ice is slippery"?
He switches to Rogue Trader Ken. He's just like, come now. We use ciphers to communicate between ourselves. Mercenaries do the same thing. It's a business. Bounty hunting is as much a guild as any other trade.
Like the Fisherman's Guild.
It's a very complicated profession.
Lord Captain, I have to tell you, I don't know much about this Zagar Cool, but the Drukhari attacks in the Expanse are well known. And if you go with this Selene Morn and depose Zagar Cool, there will be a new leader to those attacks on the Imperium and in the Expanse. You are merely changing the face.
I mainly want one person from there.
I
If I
understand.
get other stuff.
I'm just concerned that if Selene Morn is competent enough to overthrow Zagar Kul, she may be more deadly, more effective, and a better raider.
As long as they don't raid me, I'm fine.
And if they do raid you, what will we do then?
We kill them.
Well, all right, Nero just nods. I mean, that's technically the answer Nero wanted, but the real answer he wanted was, we'll kill both of them, and that way there won't be any more raids, or at least there won't be a good leader. As Nero's leaving, he calls over his shoulder to Dawn and says, Dawn, can you walk with me for a moment? I have something to talk to you about.
This is more of that pansy ass shit again. I don't want to hear
I literally have no idea what you're referring to. This is important. It's a business opportunity for the ship.
it. All right. So she'll walk with him.
When he says t-shirt, she changes direction.
Yeah.
Dawn, I think that we have a real business opportunity coming up in our road trip. I know that you happen to like beating the shit out of people with your flaming sword. And I think that we have an opportunity to put on a demonstration of your and mine and several other members of the crew's martial skills in the spaceports and performing halls of the planets we're about to visit in order to scrounge up a little bit of extra cash.
I mean, I'm not a monkey you can poke to make a dance come out of.
Yes, but I'm
What exactly
offering
are
to
you
allow
getting at?
you to beat me up.
I don't understand.
Do you remember when we had that fight several episodes ago? Sword on sword.
Sure.
Okay.
What
What
of
if
it?
we did that, but with thousands of people watching?
You wish to make a blood sport, and you wish
Well,
to...
I would prefer that I'd live through it, but...
What is the end goal of this? You want to throw a fight, and you want to put on a theatrical
I assure you,
improvement?
I am not throwing this fight. I will fight to the best of my ability. But Dawn, in melee combat, you are the superior combatant. I mean, I could outlive you, yes, but you'd probably stab me a lot, like a whole lot.
I don't know how I feel about what you're asking of me, Nero.
Well,
I mean,
think about it. It could be an opportunity for you to recruit. I know you're big on theatrical events and fire and repentance.
the
You could work this
cleansing
into a
flame
sermon.
is not a theatrical event, Nero. It is an act of God.
I'm just saying you can mix it all into one mega churchical theme.
Yes, come on down to the church and cleanse your sins while watching men pulverize each other to a bloody pulp. I don't see that working for me, Nero. I really don't.
That Nero looks confused because that happens all the time. How do you think the Church of the Ecclesiarchy works?
What wing of the church do you think I come from, Nero?
The ecclesiarchal one?
I come from the how do you say it?
Hospitalers.
Hospitalers. And in a lot of cases, this combat that I've put myself through under the Hand of Calixis is for the sole purpose of whatever endeavors the captain might happen to be upon. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm sorry that you're not interested in it, Don. I thought it could be a real opportunity for you to show off your gifts, and get some recruiting in, and for the ship to profit, literally, from the...
Like I said, anyone who wishes to bask in the light of the God Emperor is more than welcome to come under my wing. However, I do not wish to show off the prowess that I have come to earn since I've joined this crew. That is not something that I wish to do.
And that is probably where we differ, because you have a job to go back to, and I need to show my prowess once this contract is over if I want to keep being hired.
You're a baron. Did you forget this?
Oh shit, you're right, I am. But do you honestly see me going back to that world and just, you know,
honestly,
baroning?
If I'm going to be completely real with you, Nero, I do not see you aging much further than your current age, given the way that you treat your life and the way that you seem to throw yourself into combat and take
Sister
on
Miriam
all the
said
wounds.
something very similar. I wonder what it is about people that they don't trust my ability to live for a while.
I fully expect your queen to stop receiving letters all of a sudden.
You know, I'm so good at living. I've been doing it my entire life, and some would even say I'm getting better at it.
Yes, the only reason you have lived these past couple of months is because of the hand of the God Emperor washing over you. And that is simply because one of his avatars happens to be near you when you attempt to live out your final moments.
Nero's going to put a hand on Don's shoulder and say, "You seem very annoyed for someone who claims to be acting as an instrument of the God Emperor's will in regards to my lifespan." And then he's going to leave.
I like the idea that this conversation happened where you walked us down a corridor, but then Dawn would just sort of turn around and then go back to where the Lord Captain is. I don't understand that, man. I really don't.
While Dawn's walking back, you actually get a communication from Ivy asking to see you in her workshop when you're free, Dawn.
Okay, then I will about face and go see Ivy then.
Okay.
Never mind. I guess she's gone.
Unless you needed something from me.
Oh, okay. I was just going to make comment of, man, people have a tendency to say something real quick and then leave before anyone else can say anything.
Really, actually, very impolite.
I know, right?
So when you reach Ivy's chamber door, you can hear the sounds of industry going inside. You know, power tools, spot welding. Probably
these
some
sounds
as well.
I should probably knock. I rap on the door.
Okay.
Are you
All right,
proper in there?
Yeah, shortly after the sound of all the working stops, and so the music gets turned off, and then Ivy opens the door. Sister Dawn, please come in. I hope I'm not being too forthright here, but I had heard that you might be in the market for a cyber pet.
The thought has crossed my mind. Yes.
Well, let me just say that cyber animals, my specialty. And I happened to I was working on a project that I thought please come on through into my workshop proper.
I did not expect this so quickly, James.
So on the table in there is so you see her two cyber mastiffs are sort of like, you know, are healing to her as well, and there is a third one now sitting on the on like a workshop table, mostly built. So we're not talking about a biological creature which has been enhanced. We're talking about functionally a robot which has been fitted with a animal brain. So it's like a servitor, but it is all machine. It has no other than its brain and sufficient biological elements to maintain the life of the brain. It is functionally a machine.
Sweet.
So I was going to add this one to my collection, but given how, you know, I wanted to make friends with you as my ecclesiastical companion aboard this vessel, I thought, what a great gift. And she like taps the thing on the table. I call him Fidelis Omega. I would like you to have him once he's finished.
Well, that is very kind of you. What is the purpose of a creature such as this?
It's a familiar. It can defend you. It has cognitive function slightly greater than an average animal of its species. Primarily, this one has been set up for combat, but it does include an advanced sensor suite. It can see an infrared, for example. It can enter areas where there is no oxygen or where there is harmful gases.
Can it make awareness checks?
It does indeed have a above average level of awareness, particularly built around its olfactory senses.
Fantastic. And you
Can
mentioned
it roll well?
That's the real question.
it has a plus 75 on all rolls. No. Whatever you mentioned, its combat abilities.
Yes.
What are we talking about here?
Well, I mean, the teeth here are quite sharp, and the mandible has a crushing power of roughly 140 pounds per square inch. Easy enough to break bone. It won't be biting through rebar, but certainly any biological opponent could be quite easily harmed. And
in the case of it being attacked, how structurally sound is the creature?
I mean, its body is primarily metal for the most part, so it wears its armor as skin, and it has a surprising amount of redundant systems. So it will, while obviously outright attempts to destroy it, it's going to be, it's like any other machine, can be damaged, but it is also trained to defend itself. Obviously, avoid being damaged too badly.
This is a very thoughtful gift, Ivy. I unfortunately have not prepared anything as lavish as this.
Maybe one day you can set me on fire like you do. Would that be like a fun thing?
Gladly, if you're willing to look at pardoning your sins, this is something that can be arranged.
Oh, so there's actually so there's more to it, is there? It's not just like mutual burning. Okay.
The act of purging yourself with the cleansing flames is to alleviate any sort of heretical thoughts that you might be welling up inside of you and release them.
Because I do purge. Like I purge, regularly. Maybe not, quite the same way, but look, I'm just looking for ways to bond. So I don't want to do your thing wrong. So if it's about some sort of esoteric belief structure, I don't really want to offend anybody by, so
you
maybe don't set me on fire, but
you won't be offending anybody by not taking the right. It's generally, consider it as like when the mortal crosses a line and they feel like they've crossed that line, that is generally when they seek out the Church of the Cleansing Flame in order to repair their souls, essentially. But we don't need to burn each other in order to be friends. That is something that I am sorely lacking on this vessel, I will admit. I'm surrounded by people who wish to fight me in gladiatorial combat for whatever reason, for the entertainment of strangers.
That sounds awful. I mean, look,
yes.
I was doing some work the other day, and I was doing some math, and I didn't carry the 3, and that put me back by several hours. So I'm not without sin. Don't get me wrong. But I have my own ways of dealing with that. So, but look, you don't have to get me anything. This is something I wanted to do because we're both new here. We both need to find our feet, and of course, we're all about that, supporting the mental and moral health of the crew, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
And
Are you a hugger?
Sure, we can.
Come on, bring it in.
Like the weirdest hug happens. Is she like a big squeezer? Dawn is like a.
I mean, Ivy is like
tap.
Ivy's like 4'7". You know, she's not a big
Jeez.
girl. Yeah, she's small.
So
she-
Dawn will pick her up and like feet off the ground. Oh god.
all right.
Yeah. So
I'll let you know.
that's cool.
I'll let you know when Fidelis Omega here is, or Fido if you prefer, is ready for activation.
Wow.
You didn't catch that, Arthur?
I was over here going, oh, Last Loyalty. That's a weird name.
So yeah, I mean, Dawn will spend
Oof.
the next couple of hours in the workshop with Ivy, like watching her tinker with stuff and being friendly,
Nice.
that sort of thing, right?
Nice.
So that is a very that is a very lavish gift for someone. Like my experience with this theme and world is that people don't generally be nice for whatever reason.
Yeah, no, yeah. So
that's-
she is. Ivy is disgustingly nice for this setting.
Yeah.
So
So long as you numerically good.
that's right. Yes. Yeah.
Let's say
She's
you
already-
must-
Well,
She's run all
Dawn
your
does
numbers.
have 4 letters in her name, so I mean, maybe that has something to do with it. So.
Yeah, I mean, she'll probably point out that she's worked out as well that you shouldn't be going for promotion within your order because using your title as sister and your full name numerologically is great, but sister superior, your full name, has a lot of negative connotations around the numerology of how that makes itself up. So yeah, she's like she's like you found your perfect ceiling within your career because you have the perfect title for your. Yeah, unless you can jump straight to Palatine, Dawn, Leteinia. Yep, that is actually numerically really good. So
Inquisitor Dawn. Just leave it there. How's that doing it?
tells me that I shouldn't become admiral for some reason. I don't know why.
all right. So anything else anyone wants to do in this sector before heading to the Lathes?
All right, so I'm going to guess that took the last slot for the acquisitions. I just don't have to roll because I don't.
No. I'm happy that maybe you wanted. I was happy that
Oh, okay.
you have a crew member that is capable of doing that. So
I have another thing, Pondo.
What is your other thing?
I need the ammunition for the gun.
Oh, I guess that's true.
That's like grandma giving you fucking like a new car set for
I'm
Christmas,
having-
but then
No
not giving you
batteries?
the batteries.
I'm having
ask-
Wrath and Glory like flashbacks. I remember that we had a
Yeah.
rocket launcher that we used, and we're like, we need more rockets.
So in this system, remember that when we get it, I'll permanently have that every time I get a reload
So
check. But yeah, it doesn't come with ammunition because it's a rocket launcher.
is it a single shot weapon? Is that right?
No, it's a 5-shot.
Okay, no worries.
so we need to get like 5 rounds.
Yeah, I think we should get 5 crack missiles.
That sounds good. I have no idea what the rarity of that would be.
I got it for you. It's on my character sheet.
I'm just going to go ahead and roll the. for it.
Crack missile is scarce.
So here, that's a +10.
Well, now I'm rolling low. What?
So five of those be a total +30. So you're looking at 66 plus 16, 82% chance.
Don't tell me the odds.
He did tell you the odds. He said 82.
Yeah. Oh no, I mistyped it. You told me the odds.
No, you know what it is? There was literally a shop that sold only this, but no ammunition because they're having a going out of business.
No.
sale.
PlayStation 5s. Everybody's buying them right now. It's the
Yeah.
season of war.
No. So you got them, but you didn't realize they're actually for a different missile launcher, and they don't fit. This
Oh, they're
one.
not for the Ritosi
Yeah.
pattern? Yeah, it's for
No,
the
that's
other one.
right. Yeah.
You come back and Nero looks like a kid who got a Game Boy cartridge for his PlayStation Vita. Lord Captain, these are not going to fit inside this weapon. You can clearly see that they're 2 different sizes.
You're totally Bart Simpson right now. You got that. You wanted Bone Storm, but you got Pro Golfing Tour Simulator 87.
Clearly, my missile launcher has self-deploying fins, and these missiles have fixed fins.
Yeah.
It's obviously going to work. Is this a Sabo round?
I should have gone
Nero,
with you.
you asked me for the missile launcher. I got it to you, and then you come here asking for the.
I'm sorry, Lord Captain. I'm not blaming you for any of this. I don't expect you to know non-standard Imperial Guard issue equipment. It's just I wanted to inform you that the salesperson led you astray.
Did you keep the receipts, Lord Commodore?
Receipts.
What are receipts?
Cut to the ship, warp jumping out into a Geller field.
Imagine these days, right? You're a kid, you open up your Christmas present, it's that new iPhone you've always wanted. You crack it open, there's no fucking charger in the side of the pack, and you're just like, man, what is this? How do I do this?
I remember not long before Michael Jackson passed away, there was some video documentary about his life where they were like following him around. He went into like some furniture store and just like, oh yeah, I'd like that and can you bring me that, and just point to all these things with like, and then walked out. Obviously somebody in the background went and gave them a whole bunch of money for all that stuff. But I imagine that's what's like shopping as a road trader is like.
You didn't hear about
Go ahead.
You didn't hear about the Michael Jackson grocery store shopping?
No, okay, no.
So they bought a grocery store for a day and hired actors to play everybody in the grocery store, so he and his friends and family could learn what it was like shopping at a grocery store.
What?
That's real. It really happened. And that should show you how much fucking money that kid always had since he was a child. Michael Jackson had such an absurdly weird life compared to the average person.
I like to think that my accountant hates me.
Yeah, but they're just saying there's this apparatus behind Pierre that just like walks into all the stores afterwards. Like, okay, now how much did you say pay? Okay, let me get that transferred to you. And
that guy hates me.
There's like 6 of them, and they all hate you.
The one who actually likes you is what happens when you roll under a 51.
It's like this one guy spent the last 3 days fighting these missiles, and he delivers them to you, like looking all proud, and then you come back like, these are wrong, get the right ones. So
that explains so much about his rolls.
Yeah.
Do we want to do the jump roll here before we go?
No, I don't need you to do jump rolls while we're in the Calixis sector.
Oh, so, all right. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Do we want to go to break earlier, or do we want to hit something up?
I'm good. I'll probably I'll tell you what. So while you are in the process of traveling from Scintilla to the Lades, you do receive a astropathic communication, like just a pre-recorded or pre-written message, basically. That is apparently originating from the Bastion Serpentis, from Lord Inquisitor Anton Zerb, telling you that they have secured the Gilded Throne, that it is currently in orbit of Sard, which is on the map over here. You can collect it when you want, and the command codes for the ship are included in the message.
Does it say
ABC 1, 2, 3?
Who previously owned this ship?
No, it just said you wanted this ship. It's available for your collection in the orbit of planet Sard.
Do you even have enough people to like fucking drive another ship at this point?
I mean, we're gonna get the ship with everybody on it.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully. If not, then it's gonna be really difficult to get it out of the Sod system.
I just have to challenge the captain that's there to single combat, cheat, and then we take the ship.
I mean, you show up and you say the Inquisition gave us this ship. I'm in command now.
Yeah, we flash our.
I mean, the message indicates that the Inquisition has already gained.
Yes,
the ship,
it's
ship
Okay.
yours.
Yeah.
So we'll do a wrap around to pick it up. Got it.
It's like the pinks are included with the communication.
We'll just tow it behind our ship for the time being. It'll be fine.
I mean, it's on our way to Mara from the last world.
what's the equivalent of a rogue trader like having a bunch of like broken down like ships in his front yard?
We have nice ships. We have nice ships. Don't say that. The Hand of Calixis is one of the greatest ships ever designed.
I mean, and the Gilded Throne is brand new. It's only its keel was laid 5 years ago. But it's only just gone to
Wow, it's still got that new ship smell. He'll have that for the next 100 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
New ship smell.
Okay. Anything else before
No,
we...
no, that's fine. We can go to that point.
Perfect. Stick around for the second half, I guess.